Hi, this is Dr. Vantreese again, and today I want to talk to you about health and what health truly is. This information is going to be just that, informational. It only becomes transformational if you are willing to make the change. Now, I'm going to throw out a date, 1958. Do you know the significance of that date? That's the last time that medicine has cured any disease. That was when penicillin cured polio. So it's been a long time since there's been any cures via medicine. Now, why do we hold such faith in medicine? $30 billion a year is spent by the pharmaceutical industry to keep you under the impression that drugs are going to create health in your body. Now, the U.S. is 5% of the world's population, yet we consume 75% of the medications. Are we any healthier for that? Well, let's see. In 1997, we were ranked 34th in total health in regards to the entire world. In 2000, that number dropped to 37th. And in the most recent survey, in 2007, we were ranked 48th. So we're getting worse. We're spending more money on drugs, yet we're not any healthier as a nation. So, do drugs create health? The answer to that is no. What happens if you give your medicines to a healthy person? Do they get healthier? Think about that. So, and also, medicine leads us to believe that it's very scientific, which it is in certain respects. But are there any studies out there that tell you what happens in your body if you take drug A with drug B? Absolutely none. And that's why 30% of the people that are in the hospital today are there due to the side effect of a medication. So, you know, when you hear those commercials and they say, if you experience vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, these types of things, well, that's just with that one drug. If you take A plus B, they don't know what those side effects are. And, therefore, the New England Journal of Medicine reported that 220,000 deaths per year occur from the side effects of prescription drugs. 220,000. That actually makes medicine the fourth leading cause of death in the United States. So, now we know what health is not and why we are not healthy as a nation under our current system. But what is health? If I asked you that, just for a second, think about it. How would you define health? Most people would say feeling good, I'm pain-free, you know, I'm active, I'm healthy. Well, Jim Fixx, in 1977, he popularized jogging with his book, The Complete Book of Running. So, he was active, he felt good, and he didn't have any pain. But guess what? He died of a heart attack while jogging. So was he truly healthy? This is why we have such a difficult time in our society. We don't really truly know what the definition of health is. What about if you have cholesterol of 350, but you don't have any symptoms? Are you healthy? And did you know that cancer cells can actually lie dormant in the body for 7 years before you'll even feel one symptom? But are you healthy if you have cancer but yet don't feel any symptoms? So, point is, you can be active, you can feel good, and you can be pain-free but still be very sick. So, why is this? Well, 90% of the nervous system is geared to make our body function. 10% is geared towards perceiving pain. So with this ratio, you can't rely on your symptoms and your feelings. Okay, so let's define health. Let's truly define health. It is optimal well-being where the body is functioning at 100%, 100% of the time. Is this possible? Well, how is this accomplished? Well, the body is a self-regulating, self-healing organism, and the brain is the master system. Gray's Anatomy says and uses the definition that the brain and the nervous system controls and coordinates all the functions of the body and relates it to its environment. So, therefore, we can say with relatively certainty that optimum health and optimum function at 100% of the time is when your brain and nervous system is functioning optimally, since they control everything. So, how is this accomplished? Well, the brain and the nervous system need two things to thrive. They need fuel and they need activation. Fuel comes in the form of oxygen and glucose, and activation comes in the form of stimuli from our environment. You see, we're receptor driven. Our sight, our sound, our taste, our touch, all of these are constantly providing, they're all receptors that are constantly providing feedback into the brain, and then the brain then communicates to the rest of the body. Let me use an example to illustrate the detriments of when we lose this communication, when our receptors affect our brain. Have you ever broken an arm, or have you known somebody who's broken an arm and then they wear a cast? What happens to those muscles underneath the cast? They atrophy, they wear away. Well, they did studies on monkeys that had broken limbs, and in those studies they had showed that the area correlated with the arm in the brain shrinks as well. So, because the brain is not getting any receptor information from where that arm is broken, that area starts to wear away too, just like the muscles. So, all stimuli affect activation, whether it's for the better or for the worse. Your job, your activity level, what you eat, you drink, your relationships, the stress in your life. This is all going to impact the nervous system. We in chiropractic, we would deal with something called the subluxation. That's when your body is not in alignment and your joints don't function right. That's going to affect activation. The stress in your life is going to affect your activation. And the diet that you consume affects your activation, which ultimately will shrink the brain if it's a negative stressor. So, let me ask you this. What pill are you going to take to make your brain grow back? What pill is going to truly give you health? There isn't one. So, what we need to do is we need to give you the right fuel, the right nutrients and oxygen, and then we need to do the appropriate therapeutic activation that'll grow your brain and promote your health. And that's what we do with brain-based therapy. We're going to look at your oxygen levels, we're going to look at your diet and supplementation needs, and we're going to provide the appropriate therapy to get you truly healthy. Thank you.